All right. So hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
All right. Great. Been a real, very busy day. So we're gonna try and make this quick because I got a lot I got to get back to. I got to finish setting up the back office site. We got a lot of loads from that new site that we signed up for that gives us all these loads from all these different shippers and stuff. They got quite a few dedicated runs, quite a few dedicated loads that run weekly and a lot that run daily. So I'm gonna be showing y'all some of that too, and then we're gonna do our Q&A. Of course, tonight is Q&A. I did have a conversation. Well, I've been having a conversation with him all day today. Mr. John over at Legal Shield. We got the ball rolling. Went ahead and got the Assurance USA Legal Shield app sent in. I've got to FedEx the corporation documentation to them on tomorrow morning. So I'm going to go to FedEx tomorrow morning and send them our articles of incorporation, our EIN certificate from the IRS, and things of that nature. So we get all that set up, and then we'll be ready to. I can go in and I can pay for each one of you all to be an associate and pay for your legal shield set up, on your basic legal shield. So that's where we are with that. So that's moving right along. Again, big news today is the back office site is coming together. We're gonna have a lot of suppliers. We should not have any problem with loads. Okay, that should be the last thing we should have a problem with is the loads, because we're gonna have lots of them. Well, let's go and start sharing my screen so we can get this ball rolling. All right, there we go. And let's start sharing computer sound. All right. How is everybody? As I mentioned before, let me find that website. What's the name of that website? It was Truck or something. I'll find it. Give me a second. It's loaded up on my other computer too, and I was trying to find it.
Is it Trucking Planet?
Thank you, Trucking Planet. Thank you. I got so much going on I don't know if I'm coming or going. To be honest with you. So it's been one of those days. So let's go ahead and pull up Trucking Planet. Trucking Planet. Uh-oh. .com. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and sign in. I think I remember my login. Is that it? That might be it. Hold up. Give me a second. I hope that's it. If not, nope, that's not it. Okay, let's try something else.
Hey, Calvin, well, the username, will we use our own No Cheat Freight email? And then the password you gave us yesterday
On what?
on Trucking Planet?
Not yet. You won't. You're gonna use the username that I have already. If I can remember, give me a second. Give me a second, because you
Okay, gotcha.
kind of messing with my head right now. Give me a second. There we go. That's the right one. All right. Let me save my password on this thing. There we go. All right. So as you can see here, this is our this is how our login is going to look when you log into Trucking Planet. You're going to get this, nice little thing, Assurance USA, as you all can see there. So it's our little dedicated space on here. One of the things I was looking at these loads. You can view freight, and they've got some really, really, really nice loads. And here's what I like about it. They tell you which one's the frequency, and if this is a regular lane or if it's just a one-time load or things of that nature. And they tell you, if it runs weekly, if it runs, just one time only. It also tells you if it runs daily. So they have some daily loads in here. See here? They have some daily loads they're in there. Okay. Now you're gonna see the dates over here are gonna go way back, especially on the weekly and daily loads, because that's when it was first turned into a dedicated, which means they are still continuously running. And do y'all understand?
Yes. You sent us
Yes.
the information to log in on this?
I said it again now?
You sent us the information to log in on this? Because I missed it.
No, not yet. The logins will be in the back office when I finish with the back office. I don't want to get into having everybody go log in yet, because we're not supposed to have more than 5 people logging in at a time. So let me finish getting everything set up in the back office, and then I've got to pay $50 to add for every 5 people that we add to it. You understand what I'm saying? To add another login. If I give y'all a login now, more than 5 of y'all are gonna go and try and log in, and then they're gonna suspend our account because we're violating their login rules. It's not meant for us to have one login and have everybody logging in on the same login. You understand? So we can get 5 users. We can get 5 logins on our initial account. Then we have to pay $50 for every 5 more that we add. Basically $10 per login. Y'all get it?
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
All right. So just be patient with me, and once I get the back office done, I have the initial login in there, and then I'll start adding people. We'll start adding more logins. Okay. By the branch. All right, but this is what I like. Now, this is for Assurance USA use only. Okay, Assurance USA money paid for this, so this is for Assurance USA use. This is not for your private dispatch firm use. Now, if you want to get your private dispatch firm use, log on to Trucking Planet and pay for it. Okay, not much I can say about that. Okay, if you're using it for your own private dispatch firm, don't use these logins for that purpose. They've got a pretty good thing. I think it's like $250, something like that, to get your initial account, and then that gives you like up to 5 logins. And then for us, what they're doing, because we have such a large network, they're allowing us to add, for everybody we add to, it's like $10 per person we add to it. And so, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You get all these, these nice loads and stuff. And it is pretty good. If you notice here, they've got some pretty good loads. I like a lot of the daily stuff. Like they've got some daily stuff here. Flatbed Diamond Logistics runs daily, and it gives you the breakdown, of everything where it runs. Southeast status is open, is available now. That's who is posted by. The frequency, it runs daily. Flatbed, truckload picks up in Alabama. From Muscle Shoals and goes to Georgia, up in Savannah. It's 48 feet. The weight is 48,000 pounds. The rate is $850. Now, this is, if you all do the mileage on that, that's not a long distance from there to from Alabama to Georgia. Okay. I don't think they have the miles is only 506 miles. Now, it's not quite $2 per mile, but it runs every single day. Okay. And you can run that every day. 506 miles, you can make that every day. You really can. That's enough time for you to make that. You may not be able to get back. That's going to be the problem, is finding your bike haul that's going to get you back. So chances are that load right there, you would probably run every other day, because you got to find your load going back. And even if you try to deadhead back, it's going to burn up the time you got left on your clock. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good that it's set like that, because if you run it, you make $850 going. If you find your bike haul going back, and the bike haul pays anything close to what that's paying, then you got what? You got pretty much $850, every day, 5 days a week. Is that not right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
That's right.
yeah, I mean, it's not a bad run. We got other runs in here that get a lot better. I've seen some stuff here as high as almost $9 per mile. When you're looking at some of this stuff, they got some of this weekly stuff here. Diamond Logistics, what they got here in weekly. This is weekly. That's flatbed. Memphis, Tennessee to Alabama, Montgomery. Weight 40,000 pounds. Freight rate $765, 334 miles, and that you can run every day. You could run that, find your load, run it back, and the next day, shut down, next day you pick it up again. Right? So if you find you a back haul that's paying equal to what that is, and that's probably not hard to find, $700 to $800 on 334 miles, that's not hard to find. You probably find something probably no less than 600, 620, 650. So that means that plus 765, looking at what? 865, 965, 1065, 1165, 1265, looking at $1,300 and almost $1,400 a day, 5 days a week, running weekly. So this runs weekly. It says here's 24 to 48 hour quick pay. Standard pay is 30 days, but if they've got factoring, they can use their factoring. If they're using our factory, they get paid what? Same day, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if they're using our factory, they get paid the same day. So they've got some pretty good, dedicated loads in here. One in particular that I did like, I'm to see if it's still on here. And I looked at it earlier today. I posted it in the chat group real quick just to show you all what they were. Here it is. That one runs weekly. This BMZ. It says a hot load, runs weekly. Van or reefer, Missouri to Pennsylvania. 38,000 pounds, $3,300 on the rate, and 1,100 miles. You got a standard pay says 7 days, but if you got quick pay, you get paid on that thing every day. Same day, right? So This right here is worth it. This little site, this load board right here, I mean, it's some pretty good loads. On top of which we get access to a whole bunch of shippers. We get access to a whole bunch of shippers, a whole bunch of view shipper database, dry van shippers. 34,000 shippers. I mean, look at all these shippers here. Okay, and they break it down. They give you what their sales are, 2.5 million to 5 million. In their sales, women's apparel. It gives you the first and last name of the person to contact, the president, his phone number, and his email address. Now, how often do you get that? When you're looking for shippers, how often do you find a source that gives you the president of the company's email address and his phone number? That's not very often. So they've done their due diligence. Here's one right here.
Got caught. The lottery.
Yeah. Here's one that gives you access to the VP, vice president, president, owner, vice president, owner, owner, sales executive, president, vice president, owner. Everything down here is somebody who can make a decision, right? So, that's what I like. So these are really, really, really great leads. Great leads for you all to start sending them stuff, send them what we got and let them know we can help them make more money. I mean, this is like the guy saying, this is the lottery. When it comes to leads, this is like the lottery. And this is just one source of leads. This is just our dry van shipper. These are all dry van shippers. Y'all notice that? So they've broken it down by the type of loads it is. So, and that's helpful within itself. Then you got flatbed, step deck, hot shot shippers. How many of y'all have been asking me, do we get loads for hot shot drivers? Can we find some for hot shot drivers? Right? Well, be careful what you ask for. We got them. Right? So now what you got to do is you just got to go out there and start, prospecting, start hitting them up, sending the emails to them, making the phone calls, right? Because you can't say you don't have the leads now, because you do. Okay, there is really, really, really no excuse for not finding good loads now. I mean, we got the load board that's giving us dedicated loads and lanes. We got access to the shippers, directly to the shippers, directly to the people who can make the decisions. So, we're in good shape. Some of the other stuff we have, the hot shot refrigerated shippers. This is all great, all great. All great. Refrigerated shippers, you click on them, go and give you all the information, the addresses, phone numbers, fax number, email addresses, logistics manager, the person you need to talk to, tell you what they have, commodities, food, preparations. This is this is top notch. These are top notch leads. No, these are not just some fly by night leads. They give you a little bit of information. They give you everything you need to close these people, right? We just have to contact them and deliver on your pitch to them. And we have the perfect pitch for them, right? We have the perfect email pitch, do we not?
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, and now we got the loads, and now we got the leads. We got somebody to pitch them to. Okay, so this is all good stuff. Importers and exporters, wholesalers, medical equipment. That's going to become very important here in the near future. It's very important now. 2,808 medical supply shippers. Come on. Gloves, masks. Look at this. Gloves, surgical and examinations, oxygen, medical. Who doesn't need that now at hospitals? All these hospitals, they need this stuff, and they need to get it. You know, so this is high demand stuff right here now. So we need to start, taking advantage of this stuff. We need to start working these. We need to start working these leads. Okay, we need to start working these leads. All right. Tonight is Q&A, so let's get into some Q&A. Questions and answers. We're gonna go for about an hour, and then I've got to get back to finish doing this and getting all the stuff in the back office and doing stuff to get us set up with the prepaid with the Legal Shield. Now, let me say this. Today, John was showing me some, and I'm going to be sharing some real-time, what they call testimonials of people who are within Legal Shield and what Legal Shield has done for them, and how how it's pretty much, they've got a lot of life-changing stories. Okay, a lot of life-changing stories, and they've been around since 1962. That's a long time to be in business, y'all. Right? That's a long time to be in business. And their product has gotten so much better. I mean, we was going over some stuff, and the more and more I dig into it, the more and more I'm just falling in love with it. The fact that we have this product and what it can do for truck drivers. And you all will see once you all get your Legal Shield coverage that we're going to be paying for. I mean, when you start reading through some of the stuff that you got access to, I mean, you're going to feel like you are protected. I mean, you're going to feel like, whatever happens, you got someone that can go to bat for you and take care of it. Everything from just a minor traffic ticket, if you don't want to deal with it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, 80% of the time, the officers don't show up in court. Y'all know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but 95% of the time, no one challenges the ticket. You see what happens? If you don't challenge the ticket, right? Probably because people just don't have time. They don't want to spend the money. They don't have time to challenge a ticket. So what do? They get it and they pay it, right?
That's right.
Right. I mean, they get it, they pay it, they take the points. That's what they do, right? That's 95% of the time. 95% of the people who get a ticket, they just take it, pay it, and live with the points. But the people that do challenge it, right? The 5% of people that do challenge it, 80% of the time, they get thrown out because the officer does not show up. So just like you don't have time to be showing up for a doggone traffic court, right? Chances are, he's got to take time out of his day or on his day off or something. I mean, they're just like you. They don't want to waste that. I mean, they don't want to waste time because they figure that you're going to pay it, right? The majority of the time, you're going to pay it. So they don't even bother about, showing up to court. They don't even bother, if you challenge it, they don't even bother about it, on the majority of the time. So what Legal Shield does is kind of level the playing field. They're giving you an option to where you don't have to waste your time. They'll go challenge it for you. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to challenge it, right? What's the worst that can happen? You still got a ticket, right? Exactly. So you might as well have someone to go challenge it. If you got that service, you got that option, and that's part of your plan. I mean, I would challenge every time I got pulled over, every ticket I got, I would, yeah, man, go handle that. So, and to have that capability as a truck driver, as a CDL professional, that is monumental. That is monumental. That saves you so much headache, so much grief. It saves you from keeping points off of your CDL. It could be the difference between your career ending and you keep on thriving. So it makes this product that we are getting a hold of so valuable to our company. This is probably one of the best core products that we have outside of the owner operator and the flat fee dispatcher. And as far as how it's going to help the owner operators. Now, the income that you all can generate, the revenue that you all can build by building your teams and pushing this product, the income that you all can build, it can literally almost equal to the projections of what we have for Assurance USA if you were getting 10 people signed up every month. That's almost like having two identical income streams that are perfectly matched going up. Now, is that not is that not something you would call a great opportunity?
It is.
So
Yes, it is.
yeah, I mean this is very, very, very powerful. And being in business since 1962, they have a lot of benefit packages for different companies like Amazon and Sam's Club and Best Buy, and I'm talking about where you can save like as much as 75, close to 80% on like stuff from Best Buy and AT&T and iPhones, you know, just all types of stuff. I mean, you rental cars. The guy was telling me about. He was telling me about how he rented an Audi. What's that new Audi? The one that Iron Man drives, you know, in the Iron Man movie. You know what I'm talking about? I got any Marvel comic fans in here? That Audi sports car. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yep. It's sweet.
Okay. Exactly. Sweet. Anyway, he said he rented that for a week, and his bill was, I think he said it was like almost $1,200 some odd dollars for the week. And he rented it for like 5 days. It was like $1,200 some odd dollars is what his bill was. But after he applied his Legal Shield discount card, because you all get a Legal Shield, you know, discount card and all that type of stuff. After he used his Legal Shield discount card, it came down to be like $310. I mean, you can't get no better than that.
Wow.
Right? So that is the type of pool that they have. That's the type of stature that they have developed over the last, 40 years? 50, 60 years? Yeah, I mean, it's older than me. I was born in 1965. They've been in business since 1962. So yeah, almost 60 years. That's a long time to be in business and to build your credibility. And that's what they've done. They've got so many, I mean, Walmart, grocery stores, you know, discounts. I mean, your Legal Shield discount benefits card will save you so much money on everyday stuff you spend money on top of giving you the legal protection that you need. And then you get other stuff like you get to do your wheels, you know, your living wills and all that type of stuff. They have all that stuff, and it covers you and your family. So, you know, I mean, you can't beat that. And that commercial Legal Shield that they have is top notch. I compared it to, I pulled up the other prepaid legal plans, like US Legal. That's another real big one that a lot of trucking companies use. But they don't compare to Legal Shield. They really don't. They don't give you as much included, you know, coverages, things that the lawyer was going to take care of for you. You know what I mean? They don't do all of that. You know, they don't have as many. I think Legal Shield has about 1,100 partner attorneys, you know, all over the United States. U.S. Legal has, I think, around about 865 partner attorneys that they can go to. Um, so, and on top of that, U.S. Legal does not offer the type of compensation plan that Legal Shield does. They, U.S. Legal has more of a, you refer, and yeah, you get a residuals, but you can't build a team, and that team aspect is what really gets you to the top income, the earning levels. You know what I mean? So, I love it. I love the path that we're on. All right, questions, answers, Q&A. Let's have at it. What y'all got?
Just to bring up to speed, Calvin, can you go into the Ascend TSM and activate or allow the load procedure for that new client I did today?
All right. Ascend TMS. Ascend TMS. All right.
It's Fair Play Transport LLC.
Now, hold on. Let me look them up. Carrier. You put them on the carriers, right?
Yeah.
View carriers. What was it? And what was it?
Fair Play, sorry. Fair Play Transport.
Fair Play?
Yeah, LLC.
There he is right there. All right, good job on signing him up, by the way. All right. So sorry. So when you put in the DOT or the MC number, it pulled them up right away, right?
That's right.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and click the OK to load. So we get him OK to load. Got his address. You need to put in who he wants his checks payable to. So you need to make sure that you do that. Okay. Make sure you do that. Put in who he wants his checks payable to. Go ahead and put in. Well, you don't need to. Well, no, you really don't. Well, you do, because if he eventually signs up with our factory, we're gonna need to know that. Okay.
Yes.
We don't need to know it right now, but trust me, because you're gonna be talking to him and sending him stuff on the factory and how we get him his money the same day, versus whoever he's using now, you have to wait 2 or 3 days, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so we're gonna need that. Who he wants his checks payable, who he wants the checks payable to. So make sure you get that. You got that information. You don't necessarily need a tax ID number. You got all this stuff right here. The payment terms, the 30 days, that's standard. When he switches over to our factory, that would decrease down to like no more than 2 days. Okay.
Okay.
The payment method, make sure you select. It's going to be what they call quick pay, but our standard pay is same day. You understand? So it's gonna, if he goes with us, it's gonna be standard pay, which is our standard pay is same day. Okay. Now you don't need to put insurance here because it has it down here, right?
Yes.
Didn't have his insurance. Yeah, there it is right down there. It's got his insurance, $750,000. It's good there. So I mean, this is a good carrier. He's good to go. Total inspections. He hasn't had inspections, so he's probably a new carrier.
He was pulling for Prime before, so now he's changing up to come over on board with us, and eventually he'll go into the 100%.
Going on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I remember you talking about him today, and I spoke to a guy today who was I spoke to a guy today who is leaving his lease company, and he's gonna buy his own truck, and he's gonna come over to our owner op program.
He just bought a reefer.
Yeah. We've been getting a lot of people been calling and asking about our owner op program. So I did put in a message to task this morning on our insurance. Haven't heard back from them yet, so I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna make it a point to get in touch with them tomorrow and get a definite time frame on our insurance, so we can go ahead and start running that live. But it looks like you have everything here that you need. So we've already cleared them for loading. Just put that little stuff in there that that needs to be put in, and then I like your private notes here, Mr. Snell. Will be on the flat fee dispatch rate of $1,000 monthly. All right, is he starting off with that?
He did the just the 250, and I
Okay.
told him like within the next week we can change that out.
Yeah, next week after he's ran for a whole week, I will go in and I'll show y'all how to do that too. I will go in, which I showed y'all briefly last week, how to go in and put them on a reoccurring weekly or monthly. Okay. Next week, make sure you get a definite, okay from him to either do it monthly or weekly.
Yeah.
Because if he's gonna, now what some carriers probably do, that first month they'll probably just do it weekly, just to see how we, just to see if it's worth it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in touch with him.
Yeah, and then after that, they'll say, okay, yeah, it's going to go monthly, and then that way we just bill them once a month. Okay, and that should work out fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you did good with that, and you got him into, and you took the payment was authorized out there, so I know you got that. I think Look, everybody, we are moving right along, and what state are you in?
I do California, Pennsylvania, and part of New York with Miss Fun.
Okay, where is this guy from?
Arkansas.
Right. So, okay. We've got a lot of people who are interested in what we're doing, and once we start adding our new services and our new core products, I mean, it's just going to bring more and more people. It's going to pique the interest. I started posting some stuff about our coming features for our legal plan. So y'all, let me show that to y'all real quick here. Go out here. Go down here. Facebook. There we go. I posted some stuff. Come on. All right. Where did it go? Did it not pick up? I know I posted it. I can go to one of the groups. All right, there it is right there. So we posted this right here. And this is I think this is 3D. It's kind of, I don't know why it's blurred right now, but it's in 3D. There it is. Y'all can see that? It's in 3D. That version is. So it's kind of, one of those things. It says coming soon, commercial drivers legal shield plan. Okay. I did another one on the RBBS page and several of the other pages that's not in 3D, so you can see it a lot clearer. And by doing it this way, we are not violating any of our stuff that we're doing with Legal Shield right now, because we're just saying, it's coming soon. And then on the Assurance USA, I think I got both of them up. I got both versions of it up. So just start letting people know, yeah, there's the other version, the non 3D version. But that's it right there. Coming soon. Commercial drivers legal shield plan. Start whetting people's appetite. Start putting stuff out there, letting people know what we have that's coming. I love their app. They have a great app. I should be able to show y'all some stuff coming up Saturday. Once my account get activated, then I start adding you all to it, to the Legal Shield account system this week. The first line of people that we're gonna get set up, because we got to do it in stages. The first line of people we're gonna get set up is the branch owners. Get them set up, and then once we get them set up, we'll start to filling in their dialogue with the people who are from their state, who are member specialists. I am also putting together an updated map, and it's gonna not only have what states are taken, but we're also gonna be showing you all who is in what branch. Okay, what branch you're falling under. Okay, so we'll put those out too, so you all would know who your branch owners are. You have their contact numbers and all that type of stuff. You will also be under that person's downline on your prepaid legal platform too. Okay, so the Assurance USA structure and the prepaid and the Legal Shield structure, they're almost identical. I mean, John and I were talking about that today. The way that pay plan works, with the residuals and the not compounded, but the exponential growth. I mean, it's almost identical to what we have going on. So that's what makes it such a perfect fit. And I think you all are really, really gonna love that. All right. Why do I have at Mom and Dad's Cafe? Why did I tag that in there? How did that get in there? Let me change it. Where's that tag? Rotate, turn, end date, delete photo, nope. Edit posts. How did they get tagged in there like that? Let me check in. How did that get in there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're out here by where I live at. I know Assurance USA is in here. Well, right here. I just put in Cologne, in Bradfordville. There we go. All right. I don't know how that that what's called got in there. Something cafe. But anyway, that's that. All right. Next question. Oh, did I finish doing what you needed me to do on the on this NTMS?
Yes, that was the only thing to be done.
All right. Yeah, the CNTMS is pretty easy. It's easy to operate. Once you get into it, and you start doing it, it's real easy. I'm going to be doing the breakdown. I'm going to be doing a lot this week. Today was kind of hectic. The phone was ringing all over the place, and I was trying to get a lot of stuff done. But we've been getting a lot of phone calls lately, and it's been calls about Assurance USA. It really, really has really picked up. Okay. Next question. I'm in about it.
Hey Calvin, you showed on the trucking net, with the trucking planet, some loads of hot shots. Do you have a set rate? Do you have a set rate for that yet, or that's not going to be for the hot shots?
What do you mean a set rate? Oh,
I mean, like I'm guaranteed. Yeah. When you showed the trucking planet, you showed. I'm sorry.
No, because hot shots are so fickle, man. It's kind of hard to do that. because just as sure as we said when we wind up getting ourselves in trouble. You know what I mean? I mean, right now we're just gonna kind of let that float for a little bit. With the hot shots, I mean, I can put a real low one in there and say we guarantee that we'll find you loads that's paying $1.35. But I don't want to do that. I kind of want to go through the process a little bit and get some more active experience with hot shots to kind of see how we can gauge the market. You see what I'm saying? And then once we kind of gauge the hot shot market and we figure out what's going on with it, then we can set that up. I mean, I know flatbed, I know dry van, and I know reefers, because I've been doing that for so long, all right? But hot shots, like I told y'all before, I didn't do hot shots, so I don't have any experience with hot shots.
I mean, basically the question was, it's a no-no for hot shots on that website because they're not a part of insurance, right? So we can't pull a hot shot load off that Trucking Planet.
Yeah, you can.
It's not a part of insurance. Okay, I thought they had to be under insurance.
I mean,
okay, just the guaranteed rate got to be under insurance USA.
We can still do flat fee dispatching for a hot shot. We just can't give them a guaranteed CPM. We can't give them a minimum rate per mile guarantee. Okay, we do minimum rate.
Can't do flat fee. Okay.
Right now, we do minimum rate per mile guarantees for dry van, flatbed, reefers. Okay, that's what we do minimum rate per mile guarantees for. It's kind of hard to do that with hot shots and the auto haulers because that is such a wide range of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to really gauge the market, and I wouldn't even attempt to do that with auto haulers. I really wouldn't, because a lot of that depends on the car dealers and depends on the individual person who you move the car for. So you can't really gauge that like that. All right, we don't want to we don't want to get so excited and so jubilant until we step out there and we get ourselves in trouble. When we give a hot shot, say, yeah, we can get you, $1.75, $1.80 per mile, and then we turn around and we wind up not being able to keep them above 150. Then we wind up have to pay a whole bunch of money to them every week. You don't want that, do you?
No.
So the best way to stay out of that is let them know that we at this present time we don't know enough about the hot shot market to give you a guaranteed minimum rate per mile. We can do flat fee dispatching, but we can't guarantee you a minimum rate per mile. Now, what I can say is we would do our best to find you the best paying loads possible, and we got a lot of dedicated runs and stuff like that, so we're trying to put you on some dedicated and find you the best load combination possible. But as of right now, we are not prepared to issue a minimum rate per mile guarantee for hot shots or sprinter vans or box trucks. Okay?
I got you.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because remember, the best policy is total, complete transparency, right? Just be upfront. Look, a lot of times people get themselves in trouble because they don't want to be upfront with people, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, look at what we're in now. Our president didn't want to be upfront with us, and let us know what the real dangers were, and it wound up costing 200,000 people their lives and counting. If he just at the very beginning said, this thing is bad, right? It's bad. It's airborne. You need to wear your mask, right? If that would have been the case from the get-go, we probably have 100,000 less dead Americans. Let that sink in for a second. We probably have 100,000 more deaths than we should have. I mean, that's sobering, is it not? Now, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, or whatever the case may be, but the facts speak for themselves. The numbers don't lie. Especially the numbers definitely not lying to the dead. Okay, you can say what you want to, but the dead, they're dead. And they ain't no coming back for them. They're gone. And half of them didn't have to die. So, one thing I've learned in business, if there's bad news, tell it. All right? That's the best possible advice I can give to anybody who is dealing with clientele. Do not try to hide the negative stuff or the bad news from your clientele. Okay? They appreciate you being upfront with them. They will appreciate you being straight with them. Because now they know all the information and they can deal with it. Versus you trying to sweep it underneath the rug and hoping it's not going to come to light. And then when it comes to light, not only do you look like you're not doing your job, but you look like you've been dishonest with them, right? Right?
Right.
So the best thing to do is to handle it.
Not the video.
That's what I've done with you all. Whenever we had something that didn't go our way, I just let y'all know. Say, hey, here's the bad news. It is what it is, right? But we don't try to sweep it under the rug. We don't try to hide it from people. We come right out and we just and we handle it. And through doing that, we have gotten a reputation for being that company that shoots straight. We've got a reputation of being that company that is actually truly trying to help I'm owner operators to be better, to make more money, So, and that's what it's all about. That's not what you call it here. But that's what it's all about, being transparent, being upfront, and just, not trying to hide stuff from your clientele. All right. So, but as of right now, we can't do the guaranteed minimum rate per mile guarantee with hot shots. Now, not saying that that's not going to change, which it probably will, here in the near future. Once we get rolling, we start seeing, what's out there for them and what we can do on a regular basis, then, that will change. From what I can see now, I expect that us to have something somewhere somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to maybe 185. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm kind of leaning toward, but I don't want to make that decision based on the limited load information that we have for hot shots. All right, next question.
Hey, Calvin, on this legal shield,
Mm-hmm.
we will, can we actually sell this to individuals and families as well, or just,
No, you selling to everybody.
oh, can you sell it to anybody? Okay, that's what I thought.
Anybody.
Okay.
Family people, family members. You can sell it to taxi cab fleets. You can sell it to,
All right. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, it's ideal for anybody who makes their living driving. Right? But it's also a great product for just the average Joe.
Okay.
No, if you drive a car, if you drive a car, you should probably have some type of legal protection plan, some type of legal plan that is going to help you out when you get in an accident, helps you out when you get a ticket, helps you out when you get called in the court, helps you out, to get, DWI, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, when you're out there in that car, you are taking a chance.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Every time you get behind the wheel, you're taking a chance.
Exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure. That's all. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. My battery's running low. I was plugged in. Hold on, y'all. I'm plugged in. I thought I was plugged in. right, don't want to run out of juice there. All right, y'all give me a second. Let me hold my blinds. Don't worry about it. Getting in on this. That's hard to do anyway. I've got nobody in our backyard. We just got a lake out there. All right. But yeah, I mean, if you get into a car, you are taking a chance. You are gambling that you won't get an accident. You are gambling that you won't have an accident. You are gambling that you won't get a ticket. You are gambling that any little thing can happen. I mean, you just never know when you get behind the wheel of a car. So it behooves you to have some type of legal protection, legal representation when that does happen.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to be sure because.
Now I know back in the day when it was prepaid legal, they used to have a card that you would give to the officer when he pulled you over. You just basically gave the officer that card. You ain't got to talk to him, and it basically explained to the officer that you are a legal shield. I'm client. You have the protection. I'm of an attorney, and it lets them know, all this other stuff, and believe it or not, that speaks volume. You ain't got to say a word to him.
Just show them the card.
Exactly, but they look at that card and it's got everything spelled out for him. Mr. Officer, this is a legal shield client. It has the protection of an attorney who will show up in court, and this and that, and that, blah, blah. I mean, come on, that's saying volumes to an officer. So if he had any intentions of trying to, fabricate some stuff or do some stuff, he's thinking twice now, right?
That's right.
You got to keep him honest. So
That's true. You're right.
You're following too close. So that's the catch-all. You were following too close.
Yeah.
That's what But it's great to have that protection. It's great to have that.
Yeah, it sure is, man. Save you a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, especially commercial drivers. Oh my Lord. I mean, I'm excited about Legal Shield.
It's going to be a good program, that's for sure. A lot of opportunity.
Oh yeah, a lot of opportunity. All right. Questions. Nice Q&A, everybody. Q&A.
What was the other site that we could use to find shippers and brokers to send the pitch to, other than the one you just
used to do it now?
What was the other site that we could use to prospect shippers and brokers? The one that
office under the National Network here, I'll show it to you. That's the National Dispatchers Network back office. Hold on. Where's my dispatcher? There we go. Bam. This is in your dispatcher tools and resources. Come on. All right, there we go. Okay. It's gonna be, come on. Right here. Search 19 million shippers.
Okay, I got it. I was overlooking that.
Yeah, the federal government SIC code site. That's it. This is pretty good. The only thing about this one is, though, it doesn't give you the direct number to the actual person. You know what I mean? I mean, you can pull up whatever you want to pull up in here, but it doesn't give you like a direct number to the person that makes the decision. So you got to show some salesmanship, right? You got to do a little bit more salesmanship just to get past the gatekeeper, which it gives you great information as far as on each company, right? They're currently closed, tells you who they are, gives you the information up here, the manufacturer, gives you the phone number and fax number, and it gives you a email, it gives you a website, and it gives you where to contact the company, but it doesn't give you, say, this is the president's email address. This is his phone number. This is his fax number. You see what I'm saying? So you may, with this site, which is a good site, don't get me wrong, this is a good prospecting site, but you got to do some extra steps, right, to get to the right person. You got to send, your email, and hopefully the person who sees it will forward it to the right person, but then you got to call and follow up and make sure that that's happening, and then try to talk your way past that person to actually get to the person that makes the final decision, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good stuff. This one shows you actually, this one actually gives you a little leg up with showing you what they normally would pay, to ship, a product, what it would pay a carrier, to move a product. Okay, partial dry van, $820. Move that to Connecticut. You can put down here, Idaho, tells you, partial flatbed pays $1,050, $85 a box. Partial dry van, $1,500. You see what I'm saying? So this one gives you a little bit more information on the money, but the money is not any good to you if you can't get in touch with the person that makes the decision, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, they both have their, their pros and cons, but from what I know about the Trucking Planner site, I like it better. It's got a leg up. Because it gives you so much stuff. It gives you load boards. I mean, and I'm not talking about just some inner rinky-dink load board. This load board actually tells you these loads are every day, every week. This is a reoccurring lane. These are one time only. That's gold. Is it not?
Yes.
A guy called me up today talking about he was thinking about coming on with our program. He said, well, what type of loads do y'all get? I went straight to Trucking Planet. Well, we got quite a few dedicated lanes. Dedicated? Oh, y'all got dedicated? Yeah, we got quite a few dedicated lanes. I got a lane that's running from Texas to such and such and such. It runs every day, and it's paying blah, 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 blah. What? I got to hurry up and get me a truck so I can come on with you guys. You see what I'm saying? So, it helps you to create a bond with these with these people who are calling up and just asking questions, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking their stuff. When you talk about dedicators and loads that run every day and repeatable lanes and stuff like that, I mean, come on, how many dispatch firms out there can do that? Get off the top of their head, just start quoting, dedicators. How many?
Not many.
Not many at all.
One other one.
Very few can do that. Very few. You can just stroll down here and just look at some of the stuff on the loads. Go to the load board, freight, view freight. You can just go through here and here's one that's weekly. Here's another weekly. This is one time only, this time only, weekly, this time only, this time only, this time only, this time only, weekly, this time only. Now when you get into the ones that's been on here for a while, those are the ones that you're going to start seeing more like the daily ones. Why? Because they've been running consistently daily, like here, right, this one. This is daily, okay? What is this one paying? Daily. I like this. What is this we got? Van, Kansas, picks up in Wichita, Kansas, Going to Oregon, 43,000 pounds, 1,769 miles. It doesn't give you a rate. It says pay terms to carrier, standard pay 30 days. Yes. 8 loads. Wow, get this. Please contact us. 8 loads per week. Dry freight. 1 pick, 1 drop. So I'm thinking it must pay pretty good because it's more than 1,700 miles. So it's probably going to be somewhere around $3,000 or $4,000. They got 8 loads per week. Now that's daily, right? Hello? Are y'all still with me?
Yes, still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still here, Calvin.
Now that's daily. So that means 8 loads per week. That many miles, you're not going to be able to run that with 1 truck, right? So that would be ideal for a carrier that has 2 or 3 trucks, right? Has multiple trucks, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. You got 8 loads per week. You put 2 trucks on that. Actually, you're gonna need, because it's gonna take you to run 1,700 miles. That's a 2-day run. No, that's more than a 2-day run. That's a 2.5-day run. Because you're gonna be able to get about 625 miles per driving shift, right? And if you're going, let's see here, if you're going 1,700 plus miles, that means, you're gonna need 2.5 days to run that load. So you're gonna need at least 6 or 7 trucks, 6 trucks, right? To run all 8 of those loads, right? Each day. I mean, per week, right? Because they run daily. It's 8 loads per week. So you got, you have someone to pick up a load. You have them all there to pick up the loads, the same day, or you can stagger them. One guy picks up the load on Monday, another guy picks up on Tuesday, the other guy picks them up, on Wednesday. And they're running, because they're running all week, 8 loads per week. You can pick them all up at the same time and have all, 6 trucks or 8 trucks running them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is great stuff. This is great stuff. I mean, we're getting into an area that's gonna have people looking at us like we are the go-to professionals. Here's a regular shipping lane, 2 times a week or more. I like this. I mean, I love the way they have these categorized. Regular shipping lanes. Yeah. Does anybody not think this is gold?
It's a good low board.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of the best I've come across so far. I mean, they're not much on presentation, but boy, they are good on quality, right? It's not all dressed up like some of the load boards are, but it got some quality stuff, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And that's all that really matters. I don't care if they send it to me via smoke signals if it's big. And I can decipher it, let's ride with it. All right, here's one that runs daily. This one runs daily. And this one is it pays $1,150 on 500 miles. That's a good one. You run a load up, right? The next day you catch you a backhaul coming back. And then on Wednesday, you run the load back up again. Get you a backhaul coming back. Then on Friday, you run the load up again, right? And find you something that brings you back over the weekend, right?
That's right.
So that's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You're running the load. That's $1,150 each trip times 3. That's $3,300, $3,450 right there on those 3 runs. If you find your backhaul bite that's paying you anything close to that, $1,000 on your backhaul or $900 on your backhaul, you got 2 runs in between that's paying you $900 or $1,000. You see how you all can, well, y'all can look like superstars using this load board. I mean, you're gonna look like solid, like just superstars. Turning carriers onto this stuff. That's all good. All right. Next question. And that is tonight's Q&A.
I got another question.
Yeah.
In regards to getting member specialists for your branch, how do you do that if they're not a part of the, not the insurance unit, but the network? Wouldn't they have to sign up for the network?
I'm glad you brought that up because I just posted something on that. I got to figure that was going to be a question tonight. I just posted something that, see this right here? Y'all see this post right here? It's in the Assurance Ace on Facebook. Dispatchers. Assurance USA has dedicated lanes paying between $3 per mile and as high as $9 per mile. To access these lanes, as a dispatcher, you must first be an active subscription member of the National Dispatcher Network. Second, must be a member specialist with the Assurance USA Corporation. On our operators, you can access these dedicated lanes by signing up with Assurance USA Flat Fee Dispatcher. Didn't that just solve your question?
Yes. Wouldn't that also work as a referral fee too? If wouldn't that work as a referral fee? Say if we got them and we referred them over to you to sign up.
Sign up for the National Dispatcher Network, yeah. So you send them in and they become they sign up with the National Dispatch Network with RBBS, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
See, now you're using the head. You think across all different spectrums of making money everywhere. And that's what our opportunity is for. That's how we are structured. We are structured in a way that you all can take advantage or use all the stuff we have to earn yourself some money. You see what I'm saying? So, you can earn quick money, you can earn long money, you can earn continuous money, you can earn repeat money. I mean, come on. Okay. I'm already thinking about what our next core product is going to be. I'm kind of thinking on some stuff, I was thinking about, insurance, but insurance is kind of a fickle thing because not everybody does need it in the business, but a lot of people who are already running have insurance. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like people who are running and they don't have a legal plan, or they're already running and they have a factory company, but that factory company doesn't pay them same day like we do. So insurance is one of those things where if someone's got an insurance plan, you got insurance, it's hard to switch people from the insurance company. Is it not?
Very hard.
Yeah, think about yourself. How many calls you get a day or emails you get a day from somebody trying to switch you to their insurance? I get calls every week. Mr. Butler, we're calling about your insurance and we can help you save money if you go with us. We're calling about your home insurance. We can help you save money if you bundle with us, your home, car, and you know, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I've been with, you know, my wife and I, my wife has been with her insurance company, God, for about 12 years. I've been with my insurance company, you know, USAA, ever since I was in the military. So it's got to be, so that's a hard sale, right? Trying to get us to switch. So, you know, that's one of those things where once people get it, they ain't trying to go through it and do it again. It's like, you know, once you get a home loan, you know, and you got a good rate, you don't really want to find it. You don't really want to refinance unless they're offering something great, right?
Yeah.
I want to stick with
USA.
but you know, there are other stuff out there that we'll be able to latch on to. I was thinking about, even though we have Legal Shield, and that would be our core product when people, you know, we're talking to people about our, you know, legal plans. I was thinking about getting a backup one with like U.S. Legal or something. Now you're not going to be able to build a team and you're not going to make the kind of money that you would make with Legal Shield, but they got an okay compensation package, but it's not a team building one. It's one where you basically sign someone up to the U.S. Legal, and then you get residual income. But Legal Shield does that on top of, they allow you to build a downline. And I like Legal Shield's product a lot better than U.S. Legal's product. Legal Shield clearly has a superior product. There's other prepaid legal plans out there that I didn't know these companies had them. You know, Rocket Lawyer, they have a prepaid legal plan, but it's not specifically geared to help truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? Theirs is more along divorces and, you know, lawsuits and that type of stuff. And they got one that's for like criminal charges and stuff like this and that. But, you know, unless you planning on doing somebody in, you probably not going to need that one, right? So, you know, but Legal Shield, yeah, hands down, they are the best as far as all things considered. So, you know, we're pretty fortunate. All right. But yeah, use this to put out there and recruit people, because, you know, they see this right here. Well, shoot, they getting dedicated lanes at that. I might want to look at going on with them. And then once you got them hooked, then you can tell them about the Assurance USA and how that pay plan works and how we pay for them to be a Legal Shield rep. And we know it's almost like we're building simultaneously. You're building two businesses simultaneously, which that's exactly what you're doing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. They both go hand in hand. One feeds off of the other one, and the other feeds off of it. So, you know, I mean, Legal Shield is going to bring us more clientele on our flat fee dispatching. Flat fee dispatching, and on our program is going to bring us more clientele, you know, on our Legal Shield. You know, same thing with the factory. That's going to get people hooked, and then we're going to turn them on to the fuel cards, and then we're going to turn them on to the Legal Shield, and we're going to, you see what I'm saying? We got so much stuff that feeds off of the stuff that we have. It's just a continuous rotating cycle. Once we get somebody in, you know, it's kind of hard for them. It's kind of hard. Once we get somebody in, it's almost going to be impossible for someone to sign up with us and just do one thing, right? And just take advantage of one product that we offer. My prediction is 90% of the people that sign up with us are eventually going to wind up with at least 3 products, maybe 4. I know if they sign up on the flat fee dispatching, they're going to wind up getting the factory. They're going to wind up getting that fuel card. Okay, that's a given. Because who does not want to save 40 cents to 80 cents on fuel per gallon? Right?
Right.
Who does not want their money the same day? Right?
That's right.
Right. You know, who does not want to pay no more than $300 for tires? And you all know that $750 for a tire is like the standard, right?
At least.
At least. And I'm talking about, that's normally what you would, the lowest you would pay for a tire, $750. I've seen tires that, you put on some of these trucks, a brand new set of, Pirellis or whatever they call them, for those big trucks, you're paying $2,400 for a set of tires. I'm sorry, for a tire. So when you got a plan that tells you the most you're gonna pay in any state is $300, come on. You know a lot of people are gonna opt for that tire program, right?
Yes, they will.
Because every carrier is gonna have to replace their tires. That's a given. You gonna need them new tires. Either that or you're gonna be off the side of a mountain somewhere. So you gotta have that. You can't run without, good tires. That's almost like fuel. Gotta have it. Yeah, gotta have it. So everything that we have is gonna basically just fuel, people to sign up for this, sign up for that, sign up for this, sign up for that, and when that starts happening, watch how your money just starts and you add the legal shield to that, and you're building your team, and I mean, all of a sudden you get money from places that you don't even know where it's coming from. Like, whoa, check this week was what?
That's that milk.
Yeah. Oh, Mike down there did some, woo. God, Mike did that much, which caused me to do this much. You see what I'm saying? If you start building those levels, you get a level where you got, a guy or a young lady who is in your downline, and they built, a downline of, and they built another, line of, 10, 12 people, and they're all doing fairly good. That's got to trickle up, man. That's gotta also reflect in your revenue stream. And remember, Legal Shield, they're doing advanced pay. So not only that, but when you sign someone up for a Legal Shield plan, they're paying you for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Now that's nice. And their product is so good, why would anybody want to cancel? Right?
Right.
I mean, if you're a truck driver, the only reason a truck driver is gonna cancel if he's getting out of the trucking business. Well, I'm done. I'm getting out. But guess what? You don't have to lose it. You say, well, I tell you what, you don't need the commercial one, so let's downgrade you to the family plan. That's $24.99 a month, rather than the $32 or the $37 a month. You see what I'm saying? And they'll go over all that with you all during the Legal Shield training. He's supposed to let me know what dates that he's going to come on and train with us. I'm thinking this is going to be a Thursday or a Friday. Thursday or Friday evening, probably a Thursday evening. We might get a break. I might do it because we do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so we may do a break on Thursday and then do it on Friday. And then, but he is going to be leading all of the Legal Shield sales training and the Legal Shield training when we do our training with us, with just us. He's going to take charge of training us on Legal Shield specifically. Now, during the week, they have regular scheduled Legal Shield training for the, just national, for everybody who's in Legal Shield. You see what I'm saying? And you all will be able to log on to those at your leisure. So you're basically going to have like 2 sets of training. We have our own personal training that he will conduct for us only, and we have the regular Legal Shield training that we can join in on. And of course, they got all types of stuff on YouTube and in your bank office site with Legal Shield, all types of training stuff. If you go to YouTube and you pull up Legal Shield, you'll see all types of great stuff. I was just looking at some of this stuff. I mean, they're almost like we are. With all that, you know what I'm saying? So much stuff. They're about like we are, with so much stuff. And you got all these different reps with Legal Shield, all these different associates, they put stuff on YouTube too. So you all know we are going to develop what? An Assurance USA Legal Shield YouTube channel. Y'all know it's coming, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have an Assurance USA Legal Shield YouTube channel. Okay? I mean, you've got a ton of stuff on here, about Legal Shield.
I have a quick question for you, Calvin.
Yeah.
Signing on a carrier to the program, that question was asked to me actually. Can they pay? Sorry about that. Can they pay? Oh my!
Sound like she don't want to control.
I locked her out.
You got your hands full.
Yeah. What he was asking, if they can't come up with the entire down payment, if we would take like that payment out of the first couple checks that we.
I don't really want to get into doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Karen will say, yeah, let's do it, and you can take it out of my check, but then let's say they have a off week, or they're not, because and we go and take that money out, and they, needed to pay for something or whatever this is that always leads to somebody being dissatisfied.
Okay.
Okay, either them or us. We have to look at that on a case-by-case basis. Okay, I'm not gonna say we won't, but it's gonna have to be a case-by-case basis. Now, what we can do is this, because remember, it's gonna take them a while. It's gonna take us at least 3 or 4 weeks to get them up and being ready to run.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they come in and the next day they get their stickers and they're ready to run. No, it's gonna take about 3 or 4 weeks. We gotta get them added to the insurance. We gotta get the base plates. We got to get their, all this stuff we got to get for. We got to get their drug test in and get the results back before we can let them run. We got to make sure their medical card is up to date. All that stuff is gonna have to happen. And you see how long it can take, an insurance company. So that's probably gonna be about a 2-3 week process right there, just getting them added on to our insurance and get them up and going. But once we get an insurance writer, they're probably going to speed up, probably do it in about 6 or 7 days on that side of it. But we still don't know how long it's going to take us to get those base plates in. And then we got to get them their stickers and DOT stickers and stuff, our name plates and stuff that goes on the side of the truck. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if they want to pay for one thing at a time, so let me say, look, the whole thing is $38.08. All right. If you've got, $1,000, go ahead and pay that, and we'll go ahead and put that towards, one of the things that we're doing for you. So we're gonna be out of pocket anyway on everyone who signs up that first month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First month we're gonna have, even if someone came up with the whole 3808, we're still gonna be in the hole by almost $1,800 to $2,000. That first month that we bring them on. That second month we'll be in profitability. So even with the 3808, that still doesn't cover everything to get them up and going on the initial start. Okay. It covers everything, and it leaves us with about a $2,100 profit, $2,100 to $2,200 profit after that first month. But that first month, we in the hole by almost $2,100 to $2,200. You see how that works?
Yeah.
Then every month after that, we're $2,100 up, because the normal cost of what we're paying for is going to come out of that, and then we're about $2,100 up, every month after that. So that's how that works.
Okay.
But we'll take it on a case by case basis, and and do it like that, because they're not going to be able to run until we get all this stuff in anyway. And then once they're running, then if especially like if now they're on our flat fee dispatching, now that is a possibility, because we'll be the ones finding them loads, and we'll make sure we find them loads that's paying them great money so we can get our money. Right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how that would work. All right. Good question. Come on, y'all. We got about 15 minutes. 8:45, 15 minutes. I said it was going to be an hour. We've been here 15 minutes to be 2 hours. So let's roll with it. I was going to cut off at an hour, but I talked some, so we'll let it roll for another 15 minutes. Q&A.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, you can hear me. I'm new, so I don't want to spoil what you've been talking about. So I should keep my question toward the end. Maybe you should save that slot for me, like maybe 5 minutes. I should ask you some.
What's the questions?
Oh, my question. I'm new, but basically I need to be activated on a platform on the Maryland side. Whoever is going to take me under their wing, or where you want me to be incubated to launch this.
Yeah, we kind of covered that. I'm in the beginning. You probably just came in late. We talked about that in the beginning. I was letting everybody know that we're going to be putting out a new map of the branches, and the map is going to have you all. It's going to be a list of all the branch owners and the branches, and it's also going to have the member specialists who are under those branch owners, and you all are going to have their contact number, their email address, so you all can contact your branch owners.
Okay.
And those branch owners are also going to be you all's upline with Legal Shield, because our two platforms, our two businesses, Legal Shield and Insurance USA, they kind of run almost parallel to each other. Pretty much the same type of structure. You got corporate, you got your branches, you got your member specialists. Legal Shield has its, the sponsors, you have your directors, and then you have your associates. Then your associates, they can build up to where they can be sponsors. You can build like second, third, fourth legs, where you can be sponsors of other people that's coming in. You have your leg of directors, and then you have your leg of associates. Y'all see how that works? And everything just kind of feeds up. Everything feeds up. So when you sell a Legal Shield plan, you're getting X amount of money, but because you sold a Legal Shield plan, the person, whoever is on your director, who's right above you, they get some money from Legal Shield too. It's not coming out of your cut. It's coming from Legal Shield. You see what I'm saying? And then the sponsor, they get, They're cut. And because you're building all these different downlines, conceivably what happens is after you've been doing this, you've gotten good at building a downline. Now, here's the thing I want to make sure that you all understand. In doing this type of structure, don't ever try to get someone paid more in your downline than someone else. Just build it evenly. Like if you got your directors, right? If you got, one person in, you put them under that director. Next person in, you put them under that director. Next person in, you put them under that director. Next person, you put them under that director. You see what I'm talking about? Don't try to, build this one up to about 5. And then once I get him up to 5 or 10, I'm gonna give him 2. I'm gonna give him, no. Don't do that. So then you're gonna have this, right? Right? What you wanna do is you wanna have a level platform on every level. Have a nice, even level platform. Because then you can project your earnings. You can really predict your earnings doing it that way. If you got one person on your director level who has 50 people, and then you got 3 people who only has 2 or 3 or 4 people, and then one person's got 20, you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that. And that's what you don't want. You want to build it evenly across. That's why we're going about structuring the way we are. We're signing up the branch owners first. Then we're looking at who is in their branches, who is in their state, and we're placing them under the prospective branch owners. So we get to build them evenly. And then we're doing recruiting with our stuff like this to recruit more what? Member specialists. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Yeah. And eventually what's going to happen is, everybody's going to be, I'm at a point where they've got, all their different downlines, but everybody's making great money. And that's just on the legal shield side. We're not even talking about the Assurance USA side yet. Because remember, you all are not just getting your commissions from Legal Shield, you're getting the 25% from us. Or the 25% of what your branch is getting. Okay? So you actually getting, 2 and 3 pay plans, all that. Somebody wants to sing. All right. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Question. Who else has a question? Great question, by the way. Who else has a question? Anybody else got a question? All right. Let's start doing a wrap up. We've got a lot of products. We got a lot of great products. This Legal Shield was a godsend. It really was. It's ideal for this industry. It's ideal for our platform. It's ideal for Assurance USA. It is ideal for that. That on top of us getting connected with Trucking Planet, it's like we have the 1-2 punch. Okay. We got access to loads that almost like a dream. We got access to some very, very, very solid good loads. I mean, I couldn't have put this together better myself with these dedicated lanes and stuff that we have access to now. Not to mention, we still have those JB Hunt loads that we have. Y'all forgot about those, right? We still got that contract with JB Hunt that we're going to be implementing and putting all their loads, in the back office too. We got various other people that are sending us stuff, by emails that those are going to be put in the back office. And it's not just the loads, but we're going to have the contacts to all of those brokers, shippers, and companies that are supplying us with those loads. And on top of that, you all get, that shippers, prospect list that we get from Trucking Planet, and that's the best those are the best leads I've seen in a long time. You know, if you want to talk about lead qualities, I mean, the low quality, the lead qualities that they have within their database, you know, dry van shippers, 34,000 plus dry van shippers, flatbed, step deck, hot shot shippers, 10,900 plus, refrigerated shippers, 2,900 plus, distributors and wholesalers, 27,000 plus, fresh food, agricultural, and horticultural shippers, 4,000 plus, importers and exporters, 5,600 plus, medical equipment manufacturers, 2,800 plus, 3PL and commercial warehouses, 1,200 plus, and what else do we have here? Is that all it is? I got some stuff down there. Yeah. Review all freight rates. Let's see what that is. Let's see what that is. What is that? All right. It's a company name, Clearwater, dry van. Huh. What is this all about? Let's see. Hot urgent shipment, field, weight 2,600, dry van load. I think there's some type of freight rate review. It's not showing me any. All right, freight rate requests are a history of all companies who have requested freight rates. Availability of these shipments may have changed. This list is available for the purposes of creating potential future freight leads. Okay, I see how that works now. We can make use of that. We can make use of that too. Oh, by the way, y'all know we are lifetime members, right? Of Trucking Planet. I opted for the lifetime membership. So, you know, we can, we are lifetime members. So, lifetime member downloads, all lifetime members receive unlimited downloads of all shippers, carriers, freight brokers, distributors, and commercial warehouses. If you are not yet a lifetime member, click here. Well, we are, but we don't have to worry about that. All right, we are lifetime members. Post and send emails, empty trucks, receive email alerts. I like that too. Sign up for email alerts. Probably can put in what type of freight you're looking for, the amount of money you need, and it will alert you. They have that available. This is a great source right here, Trucking Planet. This is ideal. It is ideal. All right, everybody. It's that time. You know, so glad we had this time together, just to laugh and sing along. So now, don't make me sing the rest of it because I don't know the words. I start sounding like Martin and Will Smith and Bad Boys. Okay. We got a lot of great things coming up. You know, we are putting together a kick-ass company with kick-ass products. Okay. You know, I mean, I'm getting ready to add this core, you know, this Legal Shield to our core products, you know, on our website, but I can't add that yet until we all get trained on it, because they won't allow us to just go out there and half-heartedly, you know, promote this. That they don't want us to do. They want to make sure that we are well trained and we are familiar with the products, and we are familiar with how to present them and things of that nature. So when it's time for training, let everybody show up. Okay, let's make a good showing. Okay, to the Legal Shield platform. Let's let them. Let's show them that we are professionals, and show them that we are motivated. I mean, look, that's how I was speaking with him. He was like, look, if someone has put up between $5,000 and $10,000 for a branch, they're motivated, right? So he knows that we have on our directors level, that you all are motivated, because all of our branch owners are going to be directors. So we know that you all are motivated because you put your money where your mouth is. You're just not speaking. You laid it out there on the line and say, here we go. Now, there's no greater show of commitment to something than that. Okay. He knows that as a corporation, we are committed and motivated because we're paying for everybody to be a part of it. We just cut the check, for everybody to be, Legal Shield associates, everybody to have Legal Shield as a core product, for everybody to actually become a Legal Shield client. We're paying for that. So, there's not a better show of our commitment level. And as he told me, there's no one in Legal Shield's organization that has gone that far with their commitment level. So they're expecting big things out of us. I'm expecting big things out of us. You all should be expecting big things out of us because we are also expecting big things from Legal Shield. Sounds fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's make this happen. I'm gonna try to get this stuff put together as soon as possible, and we can start our training hopefully next week with Legal Shield. And I try to get all you all signed up and ready. And hey, let's just make it happen. All right, y'all. I will see you all on Saturday. Six Figures Booking Faith for Home show. I'm gonna be busy next couple of days doing the stuff that I got to do. So if you're calling me and I'm not picking up the phone right away, just go ahead and forgive me now because I am going to be busy. Matter of fact, getting off here tonight. Cause last night we stayed on until about 11:30. We got kind of carried away. So I got to do some catch up tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. But I will see you all on Saturday. Again, thank all of you all for showing up tonight, and let's make a great showing with the Legal Shield team. Let's show them how professional we are. Let's show them how motivated we are. Let's show them that that. Let's show them that we intend on being leaders within Legal Shield. We intend on setting the goal. We intend on setting the standard for everyone else to compete with. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do just that, because I know each and every last one of you have it in you, and I know you all are committed. You all show up here every week like clockwork, so I know you all are committed, and I know you all have it in you. So let's just make it happen. All right, everybody.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night.